Hi, I've been asked to do this by Vaishali Mathur and Ravinder Singh. Ravinder Singh is a friend and a writer, of course, you have heard of him. And Vaishali Mathur is our editor. And I got this mail. I'm still so sleepy. In any case, we have launched this contest with Ravinder. Do let us know if you would like to be a part of it. We have launched an amazing opportunity for all the budding writers wherein they can get published with us. We would love for you to join us in celebrating your publishing experience. Please send us a video of your publishing moment or when you knew you were getting published. We look forward to your support in helping reach out to aspiring writers in the country. And if you want to get published, the link for that is www.romedinow.com/getpublished. So yeah, about my publishing experience. I got published in my final year of college, and I was, I think, 21 when my first book, Of Course I Love You, hit the market. And to be honest, I never really aimed to get published. I think I just wrote the book because I wanted to write the book and not really have the book read by so many people. I think back in the day I was into blogging, and blogging used to be much different from what it is now. Since people did not have digital cameras, etc., etc., blogging was just writing whatever was happening to you during the day. And it used to be a very small group of people, and only bloggers used to read bloggers. We did not really have an audience, or only audience were other writers. And we were all very appreciative of each other, so we used to tell each other, oh, you're a great writer, oh, you're a great writer. And I think I was the youngest of the lot, so I took their appreciation, and I was also very hungry for validation at that point in time. So every time they told me that, oh, Durja, you're a great writer, I should tell them, yeah, maybe I am a great writer. So yeah, that is what happened. And after a while, I think we started telling each other that we should all individually write a book. And since I was the youngest, I took it seriously. I was like, there is something other than that. Yeah. Since I was the youngest, I took it seriously. I said, yeah, maybe I should write a book. And that's when I started writing the book. And I think I just got too involved in the writing of the book to think about whether people are going to read it or whether it's going to get published, etc., etc. So when I finished writing the book, I was very happy that I had written a book. I did not want to, or I did not even figure out that what do I do once I have the manuscript ready. So once I wrote the book, of course, the natural step is to find the publisher. So I Googled, I found out their mail IDs, I found out their addresses. I went to their addresses and sort of said, I have written a book. And they said that, but why have you come here? You could have just mailed it to us. And that is what stands true even now. You do not have to, like, to get published, you do not have to do anything great. You just have to Google and you'll find ways. And this is one of the ways that Ravinder is doing. More about that later. But yeah, I think I went to the Penguin India office with a published with like a printed manuscript, and they gave me a postcard that your manuscript has been submitted. And I think just that postcard made me so happy that I realized that that I put it in the file for my MDI Gurgaon interview. I was like, this is an achievement that I finished writing a book and I've submitted to a publisher. So that was my mindset that, I've written a book and that's enough. I think after a couple of months, the rejection sort of started coming in, and I wasn't really disappointed because I was in college, and I was like, of course they're rejecting my book. Of course it's not up there with the other books that they published. So I wasn't very disappointed. I was like, maybe I mean, maybe it's not what they do. And plus, we did not have people who were getting published with stories like that, like stories that were set in college, etc., etc. Except Chetan Bhagat, no one was selling. So and that stands true even now. But so yeah, I wasn't really disappointed, but I was, since I didn't take it very seriously, I wasn't very happy also when my publisher said that, we are publishing you, because I was a bit confused that, why would they publish me? So I mean, that state of confusion and sort of a blur lasted for those 4 or 5 months that we were working on the book and the book came out. I think it's finally when people started reaching out to me saying that they have read my book is when it hit me that what had happened. And then it sunk in, and then I felt happy. I mean, I was very confused. Even then, I remember that when readers used to. So of course, there was no Facebook then. There was Orkut, and people would mail me, and I would ask them that what was going in your head when you went out. You wanted to buy a book. You went to a bookstore. You saw this book with this strange name. Of course, I love you till I find someone better. And then you bought the book. मतलब दिमाग में क्या चल रहा था, like why did you do this? And yeah, I used to spend hours talking to them and just like trying to go behind that psyche. And I mean, it was all very surreal to me. I mean, it's still very surreal to me. I mean, to think that thousands of people are reading your book is it's not something that you reconcile with, because I think by 21 I would have met like 1,000 people, but here suddenly in the next 6 months 20,000 people were reading your books. How do you reconcile with that number, that 20,000 people have just spent 3 hours with you, with your words? So yeah, that I think that is when it started to hit me that what it means to be a writer. So yeah, that was my publishing story. And so what Ravinder is trying to do is he's trying to give other writers who do not have maybe the bandwidth or the confidence to write an entire story to write short stories. And these are, I think, 1,500 to 2,000 words, and you can submit it to the link that I had said before. It's, I think, rominynow.com/get published. All the details will be there, and he's going to compile them in an anthology. And let me tell you, those anthologies are huge bestsellers. I think he has done that before. And those books sold a lot of copies, and I think a few writers from those stories, from those anthologies, have written novels now. So I think it's a great platform for whoever thinks that they can write better than others. So I think pick up your pens and start writing, and just think that you are better writers than the others. I think one of the major qualities that every writer has is arrogance, and that arrogance makes you write. That arrogance drives you to think that your story needs to be told and your story needs to be heard by everyone else. So yeah, that's what I've been asked to do. And best of luck for all of you guys. I hope you write great stories, and I hope the book comes out great and I get some time pass reading that book.